We've talked about the career strategy, and within that, the 6 levers that you are able to pull on in order to execute that strategy. So in first video, I talked about your resume and cover letter. The second video, I talked about LinkedIn. The third video, I talked about recruiter relationships. Today, I'm going to talk about trigger events. In order to really take control of your career, you need a strategy and you need to execute on that strategy. I'm Zoe Price. I'm the CEO of Resume Pilots and CV Pilots. We're a global career consultancy. So, first thing you do with your strategy is have a target list of companies. Once you've got your target list of companies that you think actually they would be a good fit for me, they have a good reputation, I like what they do, they have a good mission, and it aligns with my values. So you've got your target list of companies. Now what you need to do is be really clear on your value proposition. What is it that you could deliver to them as the organisation? You have an outreach plan and you're going to grow your network. So first thing to do is, if you're reaching out to say, hi, I'd like to work for you, have you got a job? That's not the smart way of doing it. The smart way is to use trigger events. So trigger events are items in the news. Perhaps they've published an article around securing some funding, looking to move premises, expanding into a new market. Whatever the news item is, that's a trigger event that you can use to legitimately make contact with people and doing it in a smart way. Now, those bits of news can come from newspapers, journals, etc. They might come from intelligence from people in your network. If you've got door openers, people from the chamber, recruiters, people who are well connected within your own network. Perhaps you've looked at their social media, their website, you've picked up on that. You can set up alerts to receive this sort of news item so that you're not having to look at every single one of your target companies every day. Set up alerts, and as soon as that alert comes in, that's when you need to then execute on your outreach. You can follow company pages on LinkedIn, that helps. And of course, you've got your own network of people that are already working in that organisation. Maybe they've alerted you to something on their social media. So you make the outreach. Now, when you're doing this, perhaps you can come up with a few different angles that you can then give different messages to different people within that organisation. So you might have an angle that you talk to about the person that you've made contact with in HR. You might have a different angle again to somebody that you know you might actually be working directly with. You might have a different angle again to somebody who works in a different area of the business. So make sure that you think about the news item, you think about the different angles you can talk to people about that news item, and then you have different messages to different people. In order to deliver that, you use your visibility tools. So you've got LinkedIn, you have your resume, you have perhaps emails that you can contact these people directly on. You have recruiter networks that you could perhaps pass the message on through a recruiter. And you have your own network, whether that's people from the organisation or from other people. There are always ways that you can get messages out to the people in your target list that you would then want to have that message to land. So my question to you really is, how actively are you executing on your strategy plan and your target company list?